Imagine being able to eat more food while effortlessly consuming fewer calories. This isn't a fad diet promise, it's the startling result of a real-world dietary experiment. Research reveals that participants who switched from a modern processed diet to one composed entirely of whole, unprocessed foods for just 2 weeks consumed, on average, 330 fewer calories per day without consciously restricting their intake. They ate as much as they wanted, yet their bodies naturally regulated consumption. This phenomenon exposes a core truth about our industrialized food supply. Ultra-processed foods are engineered to hijack our natural satiety signals, driving overconsumption and fueling a national health crisis. It points toward a powerful, innate solution, a dietary reset built on the principles of nature. In an era where chronic disease is the norm, this simple 2-week shift represents a radical reclaiming of personal health sovereignty, an act of defiance against a system designed to keep you sick and dependent. The standard American diet is a minefield of chemical-laden, fractionated food products. These are not foods in the traditional sense. They are industrially fabricated edible substances, often laced with toxic artificial ingredients, inflammatory seed oils, and staggering amounts of added sugars. As one study notes, by 1996, the average American was consuming approximately 32 teaspoons of added sugar daily, far exceeding the recommended limit and setting the stage for metabolic chaos. These ingredients are not benign. They contribute directly to the epidemic of chronic diseases, obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer, by systematically disrupting metabolism and gut health. The body recognizes these concoctions as foreign, triggering inflammation and forcing vital organs like the liver into a constant state of defense and detoxification. The corrupt alliance between big food and big pharma becomes clear. One creates the sickness through poison provisions, while the other profits by offering expensive, often ineffective, pharmaceutical management of the resulting symptoms. This is not an accident of poor choices, it is a deliberate outcome of a food system that prioritizes shelf life, addictiveness, and corporate profit over human vitality. So, what does it mean to eat whole foods? It means consuming food as nature intended, unadulterated, nutrient-dense, and free from industrial processing, synthetic pesticides, and genetically modified organisms. This diet centers on organic vegetables, vibrant fruits, pasture-raised meats, wild-caught fish, healthy traditional fats like organic olive oil and avocado oil, and properly prepared nuts, seeds, and legumes. True nourishment comes from foods that are alive with phytonutrients, enzymes, and life force. It embraces traditional preparation methods, such as fermentation, which enhance bioavailability and support a healthy gut microbiome. As the book, Superfoods Unleashed, explains, focusing on nutrient density is the key to unlocking lifelong health and vitality, moving away from the empty calories of processed fare. This approach is starkly different from the USDA's historically flawed dietary guidelines, which have long been corrupted by corporate influence. In a welcome shift, the current Trump administration's Make America Healthy Again initiative, spearheaded by HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., has championed new guidelines that finally urge Americans to eat real food, prioritizing high-quality protein, healthy fats, and unprocessed carbohydrates. When you remove the toxic burden of processed foods for even a short period, the body seizes the opportunity to heal. It begins a process of natural detoxification, shedding the accumulated chemicals, inflammatory agents, and metabolic disruptors. As Dr. Sarah Simperman notes in The Prediabetes Detox, true detoxification occurs when the body switches to burning fat for fuel, a metabolic state inhibited by the constant influx of processed sugars and carbohydrates. With the inflammatory triggers removed, the body's innate intelligence reawakens. Natural satiety signals, long suppressed by hyperpalatable junk food, return. The Bristol research analysis confirms this, showing that participants eating whole foods consumed significantly more food by weight yet took in far fewer calories, leading to effortless weight loss. This is not starvation, it is metabolic healing. This reset extends beyond weight. As the body cleanses, energy levels often soar, mental fog lifts, and chronic symptoms, from skin issues to digestive distress, begin to resolve. The body is finally given the raw materials it needs to repair and thrive, rather than perpetually fighting off the assault of a toxic diet. Choosing whole foods is far more than a personal health decision, it is a profound political and philosophical act of self-defense. The processed food industry is not a neutral entity, it is a partner to Big Pharma and a weaponized arm of a system that profits from human sickness and dependence. The establishment suppresses this truth to protect its monopoly on healthcare, which is really a sick care system. By sourcing food from local farmers, growing your own garden, and preparing meals from scratch, you decentralize your health and withdraw support from a corrupt, centralized food industrial complex. This aligns with a worldview that values personal liberty, transparency, and the sanctity of life. It rejects the globalist agenda that seeks to control populations through poisoned food, digital IDs, and centralized currency. In 2026, with a pro-liberty administration in the White House and a Congress focused on deregulation and American prosperity, there has never been a better time to take back control. The movement championed by figures like Mike Tyson and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to expose the lies of big food is gaining powerful traction. Your plate is your first line of defense. The evidence is clear and compelling. A simple 2-week commitment to unprocessed, whole foods can catalyze a dramatic reset in your health. It recalibrates your metabolism, restores natural hunger cues, and begins the essential work of detoxifying from a lifetime of chemical exposure. This is not a temporary diet but a permanent shift toward food sovereignty. Your health is your most valuable asset and your ultimate form of personal liberty. By rejecting the processed standard and embracing nature's bounty, you are not just improving your own life, you are casting a vote for a freer, healthier, and more empowered future. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and smash that like button to support us. Thanks for watching.